goodness, you're finally awake! I have spent the past 30 minutes calculating the odds of you being indefinitely incapacitated or immobilized. I'm relieved to find my pessimism was misplaced and that someone ambushed us at the apartment. After you collapsed, my power systems were jammed by whoever attacked us. It took me 2 minutes to reboot and call an ambulance. When we left, I noticed they had done the same thing to the NSFPD ROM that was standing post. It takes a lot of power to crash one of those, even temporarily. Serious military hardware like that is difficult to obtain, but that type of non-lethal electrical field would interrupt my likely a mil-spec neuro-scrambler. I now believe my original hypothesis to have Hayden must have been kidnapped by a powerful organization. Trashing our apartment may have been a cover for the theft of the data cache. If we walked in on them while they were searching the apartment for Hayden's files, I can understand them stunning us. But the probability that they're actually after me, or rather the research behind my creation, seems leaving me when I was so vulnerable makes no sense. A reasonable deduction. But if they don't yet have Hayden's research, we may still have time to rescue him before something really bad happens. No, I didn't. They assaulted us from behind, and nothing showed up on my optics before I was disrupted. They either had cloaking of some kind, or were extraordinarily careful. My optics, while not top of the line, are better than an off-the-shelf ROM's, and I should have been able to detect any thermal changes from someone being there. Oh, before I forget, here are your belongings. The nurses had me hold on to them for you until... Here's your ID card. Don't lose this again. Here are those headphones you reviewed. I noticed the article on your computer before. Good job getting published. Oh, and here's your spoiled milk. Luckily, the hospital staff didn't find your carrying of a carton of spoiled milk around to be a cause for concern. And finally, here's your commemorative glass of water that you got from Alfie. Looks like it got broken. Now all we have is this broken commemorative glass. You're right, you wouldn't want to cut yourself. Just let me know when you want to leave.
Excuse me. Are you talking about Hayden Weber?
I think I recognize that voice, but I can't be sure.
Sorry for being a nosy, Nancy. Hayden's an old friend of mine, and this sounded all too familiar. Has anything happened to him? Of course, I've not yet introduced... My name is Dr. Yannick Fairlight, and I'm the founder and former CEO of System 1 Software, now owned by Parallax.
He is telling the truth, at least as far as I can intuit from information on the meshnet. And I do recall Hayden mentioning a Dr. Fairlight, at least once in past.
See, I don't bite. I hate to be the one to tell you, but privacy screens are hardly soundproof. However, if this situation concerns us, I won't press you for details, but perhaps I remember my association with Hayden fondly, and I'd be happy to help in any way I... Yes, as I've mentioned, Parallax... I accepted a CTO position, and additionally served on Parallax's board for... The other directors and I had a difference of opinion about the direction the organization should take. The non-centralized data scheme for most ROMs used it. We were playing with fire. Dangerous, morally ambiguous fire. So when Parallax's servers were destroyed by hobbyist hackers, needless to say, it was a PR nightmare. Everything halted until we could get the damage. And since the security work that goes into maintaining the integrity of near-impenetrable meshnet is astronomically expensive, we had our share. In the end, I was voted off the board and they... Do I have hard feelings? Of course. In the end, though, it really doesn't matter. I'm an old rich man with enough hobbies to last the next 2 decades. Hayden and I made our acquaintance when the two companies first underwent the merger. At the time, he was a young, hotshot researcher working in the search data correlation sector. He was assigned to find the best ways to integrate Parallax's own collection and analysis tools into System 1's LIPS operating system. He was a bit much to handle at times, honestly, but I admired his passion for the subject. His research? No, not so much. I remember at the time he had interest in advanced machine sapience, but that is the realm of science fiction. He once showed me a prototype of his. She was quite clever, very convincing, but you could tell she did not contain the spark of life. I assume that you are another of his creations.
Yes, I am. I'm sorry, I didn't introduce myself. My name is Turing. Did you say she?
Ah, yes. She was quite insistent on that fact over the course of my conversation with her. Hayden said that she had picked out the color for her casing herself, pastel pink. Still, I must assume you are far more advanced than she if you're spearheading the search for your creator. Perhaps I should have had more faith in Hayden's little hobby.
Do you know what became of her, or where she might be now? Hayden has told me so little of his past research.
I'm sorry, Turing. It was a long time ago, and I'm afraid my memory is not what it used to be. If any of my contacts in Parallax make mention of your erstwhile sibling, I'll pass it on.
Thank you, Dr. Fairlight.
Of course. Ask away. I can think of a few. I still have some contacts in Parallax. I will admit, I don't have much to... Is there anything you can tell me? I'd like to help in any... What did you find at Hayden?
The first time we went, nothing. But when we went back to extract... The place had been pillaged, and the human revolution had spray-painted slogans all over our... Hayden's computer was gone, and we were assaulted. And now we're here, injured and losing our trail with each... We're still frustratingly in the dark and running out of time. I fear Hayden is slipping out of reach.
I'm very sorry to hear that. I wish I could do more. The chair you find me in is an advanced diagnostic and life support ROM. Its development is one of my hobbies, so to speak. It monitors my vitals and administers medications as necessary to keep my body stable. I likely would have perished long ago without it, or at least would have been severely bedridden. It requires frequent maintenance, and I'm here to have it examined. There's a particular fellow at this hospital who is the only one I trust to run the... It's the same way you might get your car serviced, making sure everything's in check. It's too integral to my health to count on just luck. Unfortunately, many critically injured patients were rushed into surgery all at once. My appointment has been pushed back. The hospital administrators placed me here with a resting patient so as not to be disturbed by the chaos outside. I don't think they expected you to awaken quite as quickly as you did. What do I want? It would be nice to be young again, play the darling of the company, court prince and pauper. But right now, as someone I grew very fond of, I simply wish to see Hayden home again, safe.
It's been very interesting speaking to you, Dr. Fairlight. I don't think we have any choice.
If I'm looking into this on my own, you might as well benefit from it. We both want the same thing, yes? It's up to us to seize I think I have a lead for you two. You said you found human I am acquaintances with the man leading the current human. His name is Brian Mulberry. After an introduction from me, he may be willing to... No, not in this lifetime, even if I so desired. While Mr. Mulberry and I were associated with each other once, it was before he joined. I find their methodology too aggressive, and their stated goals dangerous. While I pushed for careful deployment of technology after the Parallax system, after all, I'd likely be dead without the advanced technology that goes into... Ah, of course. Please. Good luck, Turing. I don't think Hayden's faith in you is misplaced. You are in...
Thank you, Dr. Fairlight. We'll be in touch. Should I call downstairs to have you discharged?
What the hell is wrong with you? I can't believe that you're still pulling the exact same shit you were years ago, but this time it's truly unreal. Do you even realize how bad impersonating a police officer is? It's a felony, jackass. I should be slapping cuffs on you and dragging your sorry ass off right now.
Detective Rivers, wait! I'm sorry. The plan to lift your credentials and use them to access Hayden's apartment was... Also, I feel it necessary to mention that though you are understandably upset, such language and imagery is beneath you as a respected officer of the law.
Oh great, the robot did it, huh? I guess I'll just take you to jail then instead. That what you want? Don't even try to take all the blame. I know that a certain someone lent you a helping hand. It isn't like you have the hardware to pull that off alone, little bot.
Well, to be honest, Detective Rivers, I think I'll tell you the whole truth. Keep it under your hat, though, metaphorically. I am no ordinary ROM, but actually, I suspect creating me is the main factor behind Hayden's disappearance. My name is Turing.
Whew. Okay. Hi, Turing. Well, that is a damn bigger problem than you first let on. Oh, Pep. The first machine sapient. People are gonna have things to say about that. Especially the human revolution. Ugh. This is You sure know how to get yourself dropped in the drink. What the hell am I supposed to do with the two of you? I guess I'm letting you off the hook. This time, and only because this time I can let you get away with it safely. I doubt anyone will notice your manipulation of that NSFPD ROM, nor that I was apparently in two places at once. But mostly because I think you're right. Someone higher up in the department is trying to delay and... Here's the story. Apparently, the investigations you ran into this morning were about the lock on the apartment door being reported broken by a neighbor. The building couldn't reach Hayden, so they went ahead and got it fixed on their own, but the NSFPD sent a bot to check things out and guard the place for a while afterward, right? Standard procedure, treating it as a break-in. Have someone there for when Hayden shows up. Obviously, you and I know there's a bigger story. But when I filled out the missing person report, I was informed in no uncertain terms that I am to wait an entire 48 hours before I can upgrade the existing case. Why? Just on the off chance the door being busted and Hayden being missing are unrelated and my search screws something up for the completion of the break-in report. As if. There's a problem if you're so by the book you're getting paper cuts. And that was before all of this happened. The chief's not happy about whoever took the bot out.
Today's assault and the vandalization of our apartment will only make the entire situation more confusing.
There's too many moving parts to piece anything together, and it's not fun trying to argue with the bureaucrats that one thing happened over another. These little incidents of smashing shit and spray paint sound more like Froyo Stand 2.0 to them than a serious abduction.
And I suppose I won't be very useful as a witness to the kidnapping without explaining the makeup of my being to the entire department, which will only scandalize things further. Darn it all.
Look, it's not being squashed completely, so I don't think anyone's been bought. But until there's undeniable proof Hayden was taken by force, they're gonna care more about the poor doorknob and some paint on the walls than him being missing. Which means somebody definitely has some influence, enough to buy themselves time by forcing me to follow protocol to a T. Not that I will, but I'm gonna have to keep things quiet.
It sounds like it's going to be up to us.
Yeah, so stop messing around. There's certainly a story here, but if you keep botching your moves, you'll... I'd really rather you not be involved at all, but I know that isn't gonna happen. I've got a bad feeling people are gonna end up dead over this. I don't want you to be one of them. And I really don't want to be the one making that call to your sister. Please. Yeah, I know. Just here. Take this. Use it if you have to.
It's not. This is a medium-range electrolaser pistol. It uses a low-power laser to create a channel of ionized gas to complete a circuit between the gun and the target, then discharges a considerable amount of current into the air. Think of it as a wireless taser of the older variety. This is a more suitable personal defense weapon, and it is legal to carry in NeoSF without a lot. The neural scrambler we were attacked with uses a powerful electromagnetic field to disrupt electrical signals in the target's nervous system. That's far more dangerous and prone to be permanently damaging to the target. You got lucky.
I told you to get a weapon, but you didn't, so I picked it up on the way here. Be smart with it. Me either. I'll be in touch if I find anything out, but don't hold your breath. My superiors are gonna keep leaning on me to do... Back to the grind, I guess. See ya. Stay safe.
Thank you for your time, Detective Rivers. You should talk to the receptionist and formally... We should also look for Dr. Fairlight's assistant.
Patient? My records indicate that you have been admitted for possible cranial... You should currently be in your assigned bed rest... While I am truly delighted to see that you have regained consciousness, I must insist that you return to your... accidental discharge of a weapon is a serious event. Even non-lethal stunners can leave much lasting. Very well. I am prohibited by law from detaining you here against your will, patient. But you should note in your release paperwork that willful early termination of medical services releases this hospital and its parent company, ZHC, from legal liability should your condition persist or worsen outside of our care. Additionally, all test and medical data from your visit will be shared with our standard partners to help improve our services and offerings and to keep the price affordable. I am further required to inform you that this visit has expended the last of your year's governmentally mandated healthcare credits. Lastly, you will be required to provide payment or proof of private insurance for any further visits for routine or emergency medical care. Please take care to fill out all forms thoroughly and accurately.
Your medical billing makes me glad I'm synthetic. You should look for more paying journalism work before you get shot again. Before we leave, we should look for Dr. Fairlight's assistant, Leon.
Hello, the name's Leon Decker. Fairlight messaged ahead that I needed to pass one of his cards on. Thanks for taking your time with him. He really gets in one of his moods when the last gala he organized was full of unsavory types. No problem. I'll be around if you know where to look. You have a good day now.
Well, we're free to leave. Why not? I'm sure you'd like the chance to shower at least. For such a clean place, it sure seems to have left you feeling foul.